Okay, hey teachers, fellow teachers. This is Chad. My name is Chad, and this is my very first video, screen video. I'm hoping to show you 3 different sets of videos as introductory videos. This is my very first video. My hope is ultimately to help teachers build other teachers to build websites. So I'm going to break this up into 3 parts. I know it seems maybe a little weird, but what I want to do is I want to show how to make a WordPress website. This is the front end. The second video I want to be the back end, so don't be too afraid about this, but I'm going to show you these pieces of parts. And the third video, I'm going to kind of do a brief introductory to the hosting company and how it's set aside, and I'm using SiteGround right here. I'm going to also produce like a 5-minute, maybe like who am I kind of video, and how, my years of teaching experience and so on. But just briefly, I've got a biology degree. I was a science teacher, science and math teacher for over 9+ years. And I have a master's degree in educational leadership. I resigned in 2013 to start a tutoring business, and it failed because I didn't understand how to make websites. I didn't understand the online game. I didn't understand a lot of stuff about how to make a business, but I'm many years beyond that, and you can see that I've kind of, I hope to have filled in the gaps of a lot of that. So if any of you, basically the whole idea here is for me, I want to help teachers even if they're still in the practice, if they're still in the public schools, and they want to maintain that position and but maybe tutor on the side, or they want to have a side business or something like that, which in this day and age you absolutely need to have a website for. Actually, we're many years past that. So like, if you don't have a website or you don't know how to make a website, you're probably going to be way at the bottom of anybody's list of options. And it's just kind of a basis to get started from. So I want each of these videos to be roughly about 10 to 15 minutes long. This one's probably going to go about 15 minutes. Where am I at here? We're at 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And then the introductory one of, about me and my experience would be about 5 minutes. Sorry, I'm drinking water at the same time. I'm kind of excited about this. I really hope to really be able to help people, because I just remember when I quit teaching way back when, and I super struggled. I just didn't understand so many things, but I really needed somebody to help me, learn and to basically just to build a website, and how do I exist outside of the public schools and that kind of thing. So, okay, we're at 3 minutes. So this right here, I'm just going to give you a brief scoop. So eventually I'm going to make I'm going to build my teacher site for you, and I'm going to do that here in the next couple of weeks. So I don't have the site actually built yet. This is a site that I bought the domain for about 3 or 4 months ago. It's something I'm very passionate about. I know to some people it kind of sounds corny. It's about cats. I love cats. I'm a super cat person. A friend of mine has declared me the cat whisperer. Just kind of crazy, because random cats will come up and talk to me on walks. And I did just say talk to me, because that's truly the way that I feel. I do some volunteering and so on. I really don't want this to be about my cat page, but I'm going to use this page as a way to introduce how these basic sort of blog sites, these WordPress blog sites are produced. And I'm going to show you all of these different pieces. From start to finish, me creating this site right here took me about 7 or 8 hours. Okay, with all of these pieces of parts, which I'm about to show you. This is my cat. This is baby. This is my baby, and this is some of the other pictures that I posted here. So I just kind of finished this to this extent a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to start promoting it sort of online and social media and so on. And my hope is to have a user contribution where they can submit their own story and picture about their cats. Most importantly, I also have a Cat Advocacy. I know there are a lot of people, it seems corny, but to me, I'm very passionate about this. I'm absolutely against declawing cats. And just also rental property and anything else that kind of comes up, or what other people are suggesting. So that's why it's called thecatsback.org, because we've got the cats back. I'm super looking forward to being able to promote this and getting some contribution here. But for right now, in terms of building a teacher site for you, it gives us an awesome instructional tool to use to learn about all of these pieces and parts. Okay, 5 minutes. So let's go through these parts. It's probably going to take about 10 minutes. So the totality of this video is probably going to be roughly about 15 minutes, as much as I'm planning. This is the front end of a website. This is the user-facing or the customer-facing site. This is what people are seeing. Up here, you're seeing the admin bar, the WordPress admin bar. So when people go to websites, they don't see this because they are not admin, right? They're just users or subscribers to the website. But this is how you can control or manage a website or administer a website from the front end with just a simple user bar. All of these pieces I'm going to show you. I'm going to explain to you how this goes over time. But let's get to some of these pieces and parts. Just sort of scrolling down. This is called I'm going to give you some basic anatomy here. I so wish I would have had this right when I finished teaching. I would have loved to have had a 15-minute video or a 10-minute video that showed me the basic pieces and parts of a WordPress website. Because to be honest with you, there's a gazillion YouTube videos, which most of them are pretty doggone good, but nothing that just breaks it down like what a teacher, how a good teacher can break something down to its essence in order to use it as an instructional device. So I'm kind of a big picture oriented. I start big picture and then I get into details. So that's just kind of how I teach. And it's also just how my brain kind of works. So look at the big picture here. This up here is called the heading. Okay. This is obviously the title. This is the tagline. And it's also going to be kind of what's called the site identity, and I'll show you that soon, okay? Over here I have a donate button, and over here is the search bar, typical WordPress search bar right here, but there's not a whole heck of a lot of content on here, so there's not a whole lot to search for, right? And this right here is going to be your menu bar. Okay, and you can see how those highlight and all that kind of cool stuff like you would see on any website. I'm totally going to show you how to do that. And here what we have, so here there's no drop-down menu, but here's a drop-down menu. And this is super, super easy to do. So this is a menu item, and then this is its own page. But then you have these sub-menu pages that are here. Now, I don't have these built, and I'm going to click on these here, an example, after I get through with the anatomy of the home page here. Obviously, this is the home page. This is right. This whole area right here. Most people don't know this, but this is called a sidebar. Okay, this is a widget area. Widget is not a funky word or a weird word. On a WordPress website, a widget is a very real thing. So get used to using that terminology because each of these pieces is a widget in the sidebar widget area. This is just a text, like a title. Okay, I put the smiley faces in there, no problem. This picture is also the site icon, which is also called a favicon, or favicon, and it's what you see. You can't see this because I don't have the screen video up that far, just because I don't want you to see my bookmarks and all that stuff. But it's what you see kind of at the top in the tab. So that's what this picture is. It doesn't have to be that, but I'll show you how to apply that or put that together too. Categories is there's actually, I've created, let's see, 3 different categories, I think, and I'll show you that and how to submit a picture. But this is under the cat pictures category. You'll see right here. So that's the only category that shows up right here. If I were to post it under a different category, then the other categories would show up. Recent posts, this is just this one right here. And if there were more posts here or more people, whether me, that's my name. It's Big Dreams and Smiles. I've had it for a long, long time. So, and then this is when I posted this. Today it's December 1st, 2020. So this was, gosh, yeah, it was about a month and a week ago when I, wow, it's been that long. Yeah, so when I created this. You can also drop comments on here. Anybody can drop comments on here. They have to be approved on the back end. So that's an option that the the admin have chosen on the admin side. Spam and that kind of stuff, and so the approval is a good way to prevent like bad things from happening. Okay, so all these pictures will highlight, if you click on them. It's late in the day, so my computer's a little slow, and I was really kind of super fast at putting these on. This is a title that the computer generated, or the website generated for this particular picture, but I can change this title on the back end. It's no problem. When I say the back end, I'm talking about the admin. So this is the front end. And then the back end is the admin side. Okay. And this is just my wonderful baby who loves watching football. And I have lots of pictures of her with us watching football together. So anyway, this would be like one of the comments or something, post comment. Making these buttons is super, super easy. I'm an affiliate for SiteGround. So if you click on this link and, eventually you start making your own websites, and I'm going to get to this because there's going to be incentives, hopefully, for you to click on this link. This is my hosting company. I've had them. I'm going to talk about this when I get to it in the third video. But I've been with them since August, and they're really, really fantastic, and I have no problem about promoting them, but I'll get to that then. And then I've created this little donation bar. Now, this is called something else, and I forget what they've called this, but I'm using the Sinatra WordPress theme, so you can think of the theme as being the foundation for the site, and then the widgets and the menus and all that stuff are built on the theme, okay? And then there's these things called plugins. So you think about your cell phone and your electronic device, you've got apps on those devices. The plugin is like an app for a WordPress website. So I'll show you that when I do the video of the back end. How far are we in time? So we're at 11 minutes. I'm going to try to buzz along here. So I know that I'm just kind of talking constantly, and I do apologize for that. But let's go ahead and go through some of the clicks here. Okay, so this is just going to take me back to the home page. There we go. It takes me back to the home page. This obviously will also take me back to the home page. This is called user submitted. This is a user submitted post plugin. And so you just put in all these titles. I created this. You get to choose. There's an anti-spam question. The answer is 6. So it should be easy for most people. And then here's the categories you choose. So I got cat advocacy posts, and I've got cat pictures, just people who just want to post pictures and make a gallery. And I've got people who want to tell stories about their cats. And in each of these, you got text, you got the full text spread here. I mean, this is fantastic. You can put links in here. You can add any kind of media, and then down here you can choose images as well. And so you can go to the computer, and then that's my SiteGround banners that I put for my websites. And then you would just submit the post, blah, 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 put in here. Okay, and yeah, so let's just move along. I'll show you how to do that. Let's go to the purpose and advocacy. And there's nothing written here because I don't have any links. So this is something that I truly still have to build. But if I go to the anti-decline link, and it just says coming soon because I need to build that, and the rental property, cat advocacy. Mostly I just don't understand why rentals don't allow cats. I understand dogs, but anyway, that's where that goes. Now, in order to create a membership, you can get people to create an account on your website. This is something that I really want to show you because it comes down to money. It comes down to you bringing in revenue because you're going to be creating a business. Like, you have to be able to pay your bills. That's kind of the whole purpose for this. You can definitely create a website if you want for any kind of charity or just because you believe in something. But ultimately, most people are building websites because they have to pay their bills. They're going to have to start bringing in revenue. So this is called Paid Membership Pro. It's a plugin that you get. It's amazing. It's totally free. Everything that I'm showing you here is totally free with the exception of the site name and the hosting package, which I'll get into. But if you click on this, this is a way for people to register for the site to be able to post pictures, make posts, and not have to have it approved, because I can give these people sort of subscribership or authorship approval where they can post any kind of pictures if they've proven themselves to not be spam or be crazy weirdos. Lots of cat people are crazy weirdos anyway, so I kind of like that. But I mean, the bad crazy weirdos. So you can allow people to create a membership, and it'd be totally free. And this is not working. I need to figure that one out. Okay, it's still in construction, but technically this is supposed to like pop up. It's supposed to be a button, and then it will take you into the membership account. But I got to check that one out. Anyway, this is set totally for free, but you can, and eventually on my teacher page, I'm going to have different prices for tutoring and so on and so forth. And it can be a subscribership. So you can set up monthly or weekly or annually or every 6 months or so on, where people will pay into, you can have different levels. And obviously you can set your different prices here. Okay. So and most of it's totally free. Most of these plugins, they have a free package, and then you have to pay more for the bigger stuff. But everything I'm showing you is going to be free. So there's multiple ways to make money on a website. This one right here, a membership right here. You can make money, choose your level, so on and so forth. I've also got a donation button, which you can think about doing too. And then this is a completely separate plugin. And I'll show you how, you can either use PayPal or you can use Stripe or Google Pay or some of the other methods for paying. This is my email that totally popped up. But I use Stripe, and I use Stripe because I've learned that it's pretty doggone cool. PayPal is its own bank. Stripe just basically uses all of the banks, and it's kind of a transition. So, but anyway, I'll get to that here in a bit. Let's go to the contact page. About I don't have done. It's just coming soon. The contact is going to go to, I just have an email here, and I can totally show you how to set up this email on the back side. But you can definitely send messages to me right there if you want to. Any kind of questions. And okay, so what I want to do next before I close this out, and I know I'm getting kind of close, and I just kind of showed you a lot of the back end. Let me just say this. I forgot to say this. This is the footer. Okay, and there's going to be other footer widgets that you can apply to, and I'm going to show you that stuff. The Sinatra theme is amazing in terms of its modulation and customization and that kind of stuff. And it's a totally free theme, and a lot of them without much customization just are not. So there's multiple ways you could do to make money: donation, membership, so on. The other way is with advertising. And you can set up advertising all that you want. Technically, this right here, it's a link to my affiliate. It's my affiliate link for SiteGround. I get a bonus from SiteGround if you use this link. And if you click on this, then it'll go to SiteGround. It's going to be my third video. Again, I've said that a few times. That's another way to make money on a website. The other way to make money is through advertising. So I'm going to show you I'm briefly going to show you this. A year ago, one of the things I did when my tutoring business failed was I was starting to sell cars. I know that you're thinking that's crazy. It's a huge transition. I actually kind of like it. And so I don't really want to go into this, but I'm going to show you that I've had advertising. I built a car listing site. It was my first site. I made a lot of mistakes. It was glitchy and all these kinds of things. But so I'm just going to briefly show you this because I'm going to have to, thank you, YouTube. Because I'm going to have to, I'm going to change the name to it. I don't really want to get into it. But this was the site that I built. Oops. Let's actually look at the real site. That was the back end. Don't let any of this scare you. Don't let any of that scare you. I'm going to show you this stuff. Okay, so this is the actual website. But the cool thing about this, why didn't I get an ad? Aha! There you go. I just needed to refresh it. So this all comes from Google Ads. And the thing about Google, which is pretty cool, is that right now it's a car listing website, so you're going to get all these car things, and it probably knows that I'm a 40-year-old male, and so it's giving me the singles, things and all this kind of stuff. And so anyway, these are cookies that are on your computer. This is how it tailors ads to the user's appeal and so on. If you click on this link, you're going to get totally different ads up here. Like used cars and so on and so forth. So it's a car listing site, but I have maxed out the ad load. It's called the ad load on here. And even if I click here, you can get these little pop-ups right here, which you can click out. So that's another way to make money. And it's a whole nother game. So I'll be happy to show you that as well. And I do apologize for going over time on this video. But I'm really excited for this. So I'll get into the next video, and we will, that's what I was gonna do. And we will move forward. Okay. Oh, less than 20 minutes. Hey, that's not so bad. All right. I'm off. Thanks for watching.